bit excited about putting the filtering system in this week. He's got the week off, and so that's like the plan, is to put it all in and get it ready to go, right? So he got a bit excited and decided he needed to go and meditate just to calm down a little bit. But this is what meditation actually looks like.
Been waiting on this ceramic candle system, which is this. It's designed to go in the same housing as the rest of them, so this is pretty much the same size. It'll fit a standard filter housing, and then it's got the 6 screw-in bits here where the ceramic candles go in. So the idea of it is that that will increase the surface area quite a bit compared to just having one big ceramic filter. Ollie knows all about this. And then it lasts quite a long time, but there's a brush that it comes with as well, so as stuff builds up on the outside of these bits, we can take it out and clean it without having to change it every time. Just going to screw all these in. And there we go. Ceramic candle filter. So it's probably the most expensive filter of the lot, but it actually needs changing probably the least. You can clean it every so often, and then we'll probably replace it once a year, where the other ones will probably replace once every 6 months. But the plan will be it'll go through 50, 20 and 5 micron filters. That's after a strainer, and that'll take it down to less than 5 micron before going through the carbon filter. So this is activated carbon. It's been made so that it's got even more surface area than just a normal block of carbon or block of charcoal. Filters the water through a process of adsorption, AD, which means that any little bits in the water are actually bonded to the carbon. And the reason surface area is important is you need the more amount of surface area, the more room there is for those particles to be bonded into the carbon. Pretty exciting. We're ready to put the filters in and give it a test run, check for any leaks. So I'm going to put all the filters into their housings, ready to be screwed onto the head housings, which are mounted in the engine room. So I just need to put these spaces around and then put them in, let's say, central in the housing and tags at the top, I don't know what micron they are. Welcome to the engine room. I've just put the first one in, the ceramic one. Got 4 more to go. Erin, can you pass me the carbon one, actually?
Yeah.
And the 5 micron? And the 20? And the 50? And the big black ring spanner thing? Yep. So this is the strainer. I've had to put a new one in because I snapped one of the plastic lugs off the bottom of the old one. I was setting it all up yesterday, which was a real shame. So I've just installed the new one. I just need to prime it in through the pump. That's open. Up here, so close the bypass one and we'll go through the filter system for the first time. Through each of the filters, UV filter, which I haven't turned on yet. I just want to check for leaks. So now I'll turn the pump on and we'll see what happens. We're sucking water in, which is good. There'll be a lot of air in the system. It'll take a while for it to come out. Can you check out on Decker and let me know when there's water coming through? I can hear the head starting to fill up. Just seen a drop of water from somewhere. I've got a leak here. Quite a few leaks. Alright, that's probably enough to start with. Erin?
Yeah.
I've just turned it off.
Yeah.
Is there any water coming out?
No.
Plenty of water coming out down here. One of these connections that said don't over tighten, so I didn't. Perhaps it should be a little bit tighter. All the leaks that were in the system, which looked really bad and maybe really wet, were actually caused by this. It scuppered me for a bit. I couldn't work out what was happening, why there was pressure and water. There lots of water downstairs, but none on deck. It's because this was on the other end of the hose. I didn't even think about it. I haven't come across these before, but it's an Aquastop hose lock fitting that when there's nothing connected to this, it doesn't let any water through. So as a consequence of that, the pressure in the system in the engine room was building up quite high and it was creating lots of leaks. There were two fittings that needed to be tightened and fixed up for leaks. But once it was running at a proper pressure, there was very little problem because of this. So that's pretty much the ceramic dust coming off the ceramic filter. We have to let it run for at least 10 minutes and then leave it overnight for 24 hours and run it again for another 10 minutes before we can use it. But it's working. It's really exciting.
My hair is not actually in a hair tie. This is what my hair does now because I don't wash very regularly.
It's filthy. It's not that bad, but it does highlight the fact that we would like to consume a little bit more water.
Not just for hair washing, but like washing in general.
Clothes washing,
We'd like to
dishwashing.
move Ollie on to some reusable nappies so that we're not throwing out disposable nappies all the time and waste, etc.
They're going to need to be washed every day.
Yeah.
So we've got the water purification plant pretty much ready to work. I need to run it again this afternoon for about 10 minutes. That's for the ceramic filter. And then turn the lamp on and get the flow rate at the appropriate rate for the UV lamp. I haven't done that yet, but that will be done this afternoon. And then we're good to go. We planned on getting a comprehensive lab test done. Well, we're going to get a comprehensive lab test done before we consume it. Well, not quite before we consume it. Because the lab test takes 2 weeks to get the result, and it's going to be probably, for various reasons, like almost another week before we can send it off. So it's like 3 weeks we'd have to wait. So we've ordered a basic test to see if there's any like really nasties in the water, and if that's okay, then we're going to fill the tanks with it.
I was a little bit concerned just because we won't have that comprehensive test done, just in terms of drinking water and knowing that we're safe. But I think now that we've got these smaller tests that we're going to do And we'll just make sure we boil all our water before we drink it, or
yeah,
use it
so
for
any
washing or
any
bowling.
water that we consume will be boiled first to make sure it kills off anything. So I think it's fairly safe. We're mitigating any risk, and I think the risk is actually really, really small anyway. But with Ollie, we don't really want to take too big a risk. Saturday afternoon, we should know.
Thanks for tuning in to 5 Knots Cruising. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, as it really helps us to get our video out to more viewers. And we'd love to hear your feedback, questions and ideas, so please drop us a line either on our Instagram page or YouTube channel.